Well, another massive monumental cock-up for DC, I guess. Constantine 2, starring Keanu Reeves, has been scrapped, allegedly. Now, look, I said that this is a cock-up for DC. I know that a lot of people don't really care about this. I, for one, think this could be really, really good. I know a lot of people didn't care for his version of Constantine. It's not Constantine, people said. I get that, but I quite like that film. I've got fond memories of that film. They had absolutely brilliant actor playing the devil, Satan. You had an absolutely great actor playing the angel, Gabriel, I think it was, if I remember rightly. And I think this is one of those films that, yeah, like, I think it could be really, really good. Modern day budgets, I think it could be awesome. Give it even more of a horror twist, yeah, I'll be there for it. And the thing about DC at the moment is DC needs fan interaction. They need fan favourites. They need goodwill from the fans. And they're slowly whittling that down. You know, this is another project that had people excited. Not everyone, admittedly. But it did have some people excited. And now reportedly it's scrapped. Then you lose the goodwill from those individuals, which is a shame and is wholly unnecessary. So we'll dive into this today, ladies and gents. Please, just real quick, do hit that subscribe button. Love to have you here more often. We get about 50% of viewers that come in and watch the channel and they're not subscribed. So please do hit that subscribe button because I know you guys clearly enjoy the content and it'd be good to have you here more often. Also, side note, please do follow me over on Twitter at Mr. H Reviews. It's a bit of a cesspit, but my corner on there's a bit of fun. So head on over there. So again, this is unconfirmed at this point in time. It comes from a scooper. Not an ice cream scooper, unfortunately. And we'll see how it goes. The reason why we could take some of this with a pinch of salt, or take some of this with some air of legitimacy, is in James Gunn and Peter Safran's own, press release. They didn't mention it. They mentioned a few big movies in DC Elseworlds, Joker, Batman. Batman subsequently then got a release date after the fact. But they didn't talk about this. So we can take this with some air of legitimacy. But it is still a rumour at this point in time. So last year we learned that John Wick star Keanu Reeves will reprise the role of John Constantine in a sequel to the 2005 movie. Francis Lawrence agreed to step back into the director's chair, while Akiva Goldsman was tapped to work on the screenplay with him. So basically everyone was back. Now, Constantine may have Americanized DC Comics' Hellblazer, but the movie's following has only increased since it was first released. And as for Reeves, he's more popular now than ever. And this is the thing, right? Is that you do have Keanu Reeves at an all-time popularity high. I don't think he's going to get any more popular than he is now. He is genuinely killing it. It is the Reeve Surgence, or the Revaissance, something like that. And again, this could be very good for DC as a brand, having Keanu Reeves in the role again. That's a big win. It genuinely is a big win. Now, it may not be a big win for DC as a law-abiding law-abiding property, but definitely good for the wider audiences. And it being a DC Elseworlds product works fine, I think, personally. But unfortunately, it appears that's not a good enough reason to move forward with the movie for DC Studios. Scooper Casey Walsh claims that Constantine 2 has now been cancelled, bluntly telling one of his followers, Constantine 2 is not happening. Now, why is that? We'd go on to say that was a movie that they greenlit in desperation because they weren't sure the direction of DC and needed to have something post-2023. Now, this article notes that, as Walsh points out, Constantine 2 was announced prior to the formation of DC Studios. Now it appears that the sequel will join the likes of Superman and Lois, Titans and Pennyworth, The Origins of Batman's Butler, as one of the projects. Is that actually its name? Pennyworth, The Origins of Batman's Butler. Is that actually the name? Please don't tell me that is so fucking creatively bankrupt. As one of the projects scrapped by James Gunn and Peter Safran as they look to embark on a new era of storytelling for the DCU. Again, this article aptly points out, why couldn't Constantine follow-up be part of the Elseworlds stories? Why? Because Warner Brothers is now scrapping working with J.J. Abrams on their sort of dark DC universe product. We know that anyway, like a lot of that is just dead in the can now. J.J. Abrams has announced further projects in different... he's doing like a Stephen King project with Warner Brothers now. So that deal that J.J. Abrams made with Warner Brothers is now being utilised in a different format with different products. So why couldn't you have this Constantine film be part of the Elseworlds? Maybe it's because James Gunn and Peter Safran want to use Constantine elsewhere. Maybe. But this is still a big loss. This is a big, big loss for DC. When they really do need, and it's true, they really do need all of the goodwill they can muster here. Like, it's not a small thing. They really do need significantly more goodwill from the audience. And they're only whittling it down by the day. Loads of people are really happy with the slate. I get that. But you do need to win over some of the detractors as well. So, we don't know whether this is going to be... We don't know whether this is confirmed yet or not. This is still a rumour. But it does seem to be some element of truth behind it. Like, we didn't have any announcement. We didn't have any confirmation. Now, subsequently, we've not heard anything. The last we heard was from Keanu Reeves that he literally went to Warner Brothers every single year and essentially begged and pleaded for a sequel. Or would at least always suggest it. And now, boom, gone. So are you disappointed with this? Can you see what I'm saying about goodwill? Again, Keanu Reeves, big star. Whether you think he can act or not, it's kind of besides the point. He's a big draw when there's very little draws out there, right? And the DC slate as it stands, I don't think is enough to draw people in. Like Creature Commandos. All right, sure. I can't see many people flock into the cinema for the title Creature Commandos. Keanu Reeves, Constantine 2. It'll perk people's interest significantly more than just a blank DC name that no one's ever heard of. So let me know what you think down below. Love to hear it. This is disappointing news. But again, it's unconfirmed at this point in time, although does seem to be some legitimacy behind it. Thanks so much. Take care.